FORCES stands for Friends of Recreation, Conservation, and Environmental Stewardship. And the program came about actually as an idea that I had driving down the Great New York State Thruway after I attended the Northeast Natural History Conference about 3 years ago. After meetings with environmental educators, biologists, and other environmental folks in the Bureau, within our agency, and others, it just seemed like it fit what we needed as far as volunteerism and folks involved in natural resource projects within our agency. Most of our volunteers with the current model of FORCES are with SUNY ESF. And this is a great thing because I formerly was at the college working and a student there. So when I came to Parks, I brought with me a big network, if you will, of faculty, students, and staff, and immediately found ways to involve them in projects that I have within state parks. But we also have people participating in FORCES that are other partners as well as other academic institutions like Syracuse University, Onondaga Community College, and we're looking to expand the model to include more schools and other institutions. FORCES program is meant to enhance the work that we're already doing in state parks. It's not meant to replace park workers. We're looking to just take on more projects, more initiatives with the help of volunteers and other community partners. And the model is started now with SUNY ESF, but hopefully we can expand in the region to include more schools, institutions, as well as could it be applied in other areas of the state where there's people interested in getting involved too.
With the state park. I used to work. I was a student at SUNY ESF, graduated, and I met Tom during my undergrad, and he got me more involved into the programs off campus, mostly volunteer work. So what initially got me into the program was ESF Science and Stewards of Syracuse, which were both programs that Tom initiated on campus. Afterwards, after the programs were done, he had asked for assistance in other programs that were similar or related to what I had done previously in the summer in both programs.
Projects. Well, right now, if you think about the acronym Friends of Recreation, Conservation, and Environmental Stewardship, the recreation component allows us to engage people in everything that our parks do, from playgrounds to ball fields to swimming to our natural resources, which is primarily what I'm tasked with as a biologist. So the types of projects we've done to date have been focused on natural resources, invasive species projects, plant removals, water quality assessment, maintenance of trails from an ecological point of view. We've also done fisheries surveys. We've had a lot of educational programming, events like the stewardship days that we have with local schools and stuff.
I think of them as a good way. People in my field. I met Tom and a few other people who share somewhat of the same passion, mostly educational of what is going on in our area. I mean, it's not just a park; it's a whole ecosystem within the park. And people don't realize that. People just think of this as a walk in the park or somewhere to relax, but when in reality it is an environment that needs to be sustained and not just kept dirty and kept clean for your entertainment.
Benefits. The FORCES program, I think, serves both myself, our agency, state parks. Obviously, we benefit because we get volunteers helping us with projects that would be difficult to accomplish without that extra help. And we benefit in that we get knowledge and experience from not just the students but other partners and faculty and staff that are involved. Where I think the students and participants in forces benefit is particularly for undergraduates in the science field or in the park management field, or that's the direction they're going. They're getting in the field experience, an appreciation for what it takes to run the things that we're doing, an appreciation for the natural resource management and what it takes to manage the resources, to protect the resources, and hopefully the fun part of it. They're getting out in the field, enjoying the environment firsthand, and making a lot of friends, establishing a network that will help them professionally as well as the rest of their academic career.
For students on campus is realizing that there are programs like these. When I was an undergrad, I never heard of any programs like this. But once I initially got in contact with Tom and his affiliates, then programs arose and I started to get more involved in them.
Well, hopefully through efforts of you guys, the students, in promoting forces, we can get brochures out there, we can get displays out there, we can get the word out there that these projects are happening, that there are students involved in our local state parks and potentially beyond this region. And here around the ESF community, contact me and I will see what's out there. But in the future, there may be other people to contact that will be working on the program as well. That